Hello and welcome to The Buzz. I just want to apologize to begin with for last week. We didn't present you with any sort of options for buzz watching, and that's because I was going through a very intense dance lesson in order to become the world's next best dancer. I fell 3 dancers short of becoming that, so I'm back with you today. We're going to talk about Norfolk High. They suffered their first loss actually last week, a 60-48 loss to Omaha Westside. Ben Reese, coach of the Panthers, after the game told the Daily News that Westside just took Norfolk out of its game plan. They had trouble adjusting as the game wore on. They couldn't get their offense going, but they did rebound the next night for a 73-47 win over North Platte, and they're going to need to bring that kind of offensive energy again this week because they have 2 big ones on tap. Friday night, they travel to Lincoln Southeast. Southeast is 9-4 on the year, and then on Saturday, they're going to try to avoid getting thunderstruck when they host Bellevue West. The Thunderbirds are 11-2 on the year. Also, we have some conference tournaments coming up this week. In the Southwest Conference, unless anybody is going to rage against the Ainsworth three-point machine, it is theirs to lose. Right now, 11.5 threes a game for the Bulldogs. Also this week, we have the Goldenrod Conference Tournament. That's going to come down probably to Humphrey St. Francis and Spalding Academy. Both those teams right now are smarting from losses. A team that is definitely not smarting, that's Clearwater-Orchard. The Cyclones have spun their way to 11 wins in a row. Last week saw a big reason why when they defeated Creighton. Andy Kirkman, their big guy, went down inside with foul trouble, didn't play for nearly half the game. Trevor Mlnarik, he led the way that night for the Cyclones, scoring, rebounding. He did kind of everything that Kirkman did. Kirkman, though, the next game out against Humphrey Lindsay Holy Family had 18 points, 18 rebounds. But they have a little bit more depth than maybe what they had at the beginning of the season, and that's why they have won 11 games in a row. Now we're going to move on to something that's harder to say than Trevor Mlnarik. And that's wild, wacky, wonderful weather. We'll wait, want this, won't we? What the Waken welcome Wednesday week. Great week of basketball is what I'm trying to say coming up. Starts tonight, well, Friday night. Wahoo at Norfolk Catholic. Norfolk Catholic looking to take down the #1 team in the state for the 2nd week in a row. Tuesday, I'm going to have a lot of fun because there's a lot of great basketball games I have to choose from. Winnebago travels to Bancroft Rosalie, and we all know about Nick Suits and his ties. Norfolk Catholic is going to O'Neill. No suits, no ties, but there's some basketball players and some French fries at McDonald's in O'Neill.
Yummy. West
Point Beamer is traveling to Pierce. Dairy Queen has French fries too. I'm not like trying to single out an advertiser here. West Point Beamer is at Pierce. Pierce just got a Subway. That's pretty cool. Creighton is going to O'Neill St. Mary's. St. Mary's has 3 losses on the year, but they've won 5 in a row now. They're starting to look like the old St. Mary's teams that we remember from 2 years ago because that's really old. We really hope to take some time talking about those games next week because they will be resulted. That's a new word I just made up, and I'm going to make up more words next week because that's what I do when I go to Texas with my friend from Winnebago who once rode a horse through Kentucky. It had a name, but they said it had no name, wrote a song about it, turned it into a piece of chicken, delivered it to Nebraska, built a building in Norfolk, called it Kentucky Fried Chicken, then shortened that to KFC, put it on a corner and put a stand that sold sweet corn in front of it every summer, and I smile because I like sweet corn and I also like basketball, so let's talk about it next week on The Buzz. I'm Tom Beamer.